Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For this video I have for you a very simple and nice renovation tutorial. I found these old ceramic tiles I had made previously, and although the ideal would be for them to be completely flat, and I do know now how to make them correctly, I still want to use them and experiment a little bit with this glaze. The piece of furniture I'm going to be renovating, it's an old metal shelf. It's not rusty like the pot stand, so I didn't have to remove any rust, luckily. But I wanted to give it a nicer look, make it a bit more elegant so I can even have it indoors and it won't throw off the whole look of the room. Now, the part of experimentation with these glazes is putting just one quick layer, like as if it's a sketch, instead of putting multiple layers, which is what it's advised. For the design, I decided to do something very quick and easy, also because I won't be able to number these tiles once I put them in the kiln, and I don't want the order of the tiles to be too complicated to recreate. I would say that in total I used 4 different glazes, 2 different greens for the leaves and 1 pink for the flower with very tiny purple reddish dots in the middle. On the next day, I had time to glaze these tiles, and I'm using, like I said, a transparent finish for these. The most important thing will be after I glaze them that I check that the sides are not glazed all the way down to the bottom, just because I don't want that glaze to melt and connect the piece to the kiln base. So I want to be able to remove them and not to ruin any of the plates. So after this, I also made sure that the sides are properly cleaned and also underneath. Now that all the tiles are glazed, we can move on to the next part, which will be painting the metal shelf. Now for this, I will still use initially a primer, just so that I can apply the acrylic spray paint. For the acrylic paint, I decided again to go with this color, and although I started with this spray can, it did finish quite fast and I couldn't continue with the work. So I moved on to the next part, which is removing all the pieces from the kiln. Some of these were left over from the last time, however they helped me to fill the rest of the kiln so I could add those other pieces for the tabletop at the very top of the kiln. We are back with a brand new spray can, so now I got to finish the work. However, you will notice that I do not spray the top part, because there we will put some primer in order to apply the mosaic afterwards. Here I am ready to create a base for these tiles so then it will be easier to glue them all at once on the table, the shelf. I think it already looks very, very pretty. Now I will need to let this dry, and tomorrow I can put glue all over the back to create one firm base. After applying this glue, I wait another 24 hours, after which I turn around the whole thing and I start removing glue that comes way taller than my tiles. Now I do this just because I don't want to have the glue come through once I grout my piece, but I want it to be uniform and of the same color. So it's now evening and I'm applying a layer of primer on the top part of the shelf because tomorrow I want to be able to glue down my tabletop. Now that the tabletop is down, I just have to put some weights on it and wait until tomorrow for the glue to completely dry. This is the next day in the evening. In the day I was busy with the olive harvest, but I am now ready to grout this shelf. Here is the shelf on the next day. I am really, really happy with how it turned out. Of course, let me know in the comments if you also like it, and if you were to do a project like this, what would you paint on your tabletop? Finally, if you managed to reach the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, of course, to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.